So we have already discussed about the laboratory findings in the acute malaria or the non-severe form of malaria. Now we will discuss about the laboratory findings in severe malaria. Now we will compare it with the acute malaria or the non-severe form. Okay, severe malaria and the acute or non-severe form of the malaria. Okay, first point, RBC. There is mild anemia in case of acute malaria, but in case of severe malaria there is severe anemia. Okay. Second is WBC. WBC is normal in case of the acute malaria, but in case of severe malaria there is increase in WBC, that is leukocytosis occurs. Okay. Third is platelets. There is mild thrombocytopenia in case of acute malaria or non-severe form, but there is severe thrombocytopenia in case of severe form of the malaria. Okay. Prothrombin time, partial thromboplastin time, these two are increased in case of severe form of malaria, whereas in case of acute form of malaria these two are normal. Okay. Partial thromboplastin time, prothrombin time and partial thromboplastin time are normal in case of acute malaria. Fifth point is the electrolytes. Okay. Electrolytes are normal in case of acute malaria, whereas electrolytes are decreased in case of severe form of malaria. Sodium is decreased, bicarbonate is decreased, phosphate is decreased, glucose is decreased, yes, hypoglycemia. So sixth is lactate. Lactate is increased in case of the severe form of malaria due to the anaerobic glycolysis, whereas lactate is normal in case of acute malaria. Okay. Lactate. Bone, blood urea, nitrogen, creatinine and urate, they are also increased in case of severe form of malaria due to the renal dysfunction, whereas they are normal in case of acute malaria. And bilirubin, unconjugated and conjugated bilirubin, they are increased in case of the severe form of the malaria due to the liver dysfunction, whereas they are normal in case of the acute form of the malaria. In cerebral malaria, okay, in cerebral malaria, their CSF pressure increases to nearly 160 mm of water, but the content is normal. And the protein level, protein and the cell count are also only slightly elevated. Okay. So these are the laboratory findings we can see in the severe form of the malaria, that is severe anemia, leukocytosis, severe thrombocytopenia, prothrombin time and partial thromboplastin time are increased, electrolytes are decreased, lactate is increased due to the anaerobic glycolysis, bone urea, urate and the creatinine are increased due to the renal dysfunction, unconjugated and conjugated bilirubin are increased due to the liver dysfunction.